So is this by Anonymous, but she's an incredible survivor. Dreamland, the place where nightmares are made, aka also known as Area 51. So before I tell you what actually goes on there, guys, the world is led to believe that they're there protecting aliens, aren't they? Yes. Which do exist, by the way. But that military compound isn't for that. It's called Dreamland, Area 51, to those that know, to those that are held there, to those that have escaped there. This survivor escaped Area 51. It's a military compound in the state of Nevada, in a desert-like area. It's also the most guarded and secure place on the planet, but not for the reasons they tell you. It's about 140 plus levels deep, going down into the ground. Each level containing a different type of evil. One level, they breed and birth soldiers for MK Ultra. They're trained as child assassins. They live and train for one purpose, to kill and to obey. On another level, they have a hall as far as your eyes can see of children as young as 12 that they hold that are pregnant. Most of them are 9 months pregnant in October. Halloween, guys. They are chained to a bed and monitored. They are the breeders for the adrenochrome. Some to be offered to the darkness, sacrificed. They have no names and are tagged like cattle. And guys, this is happening now as we speak. All of this. On other levels, the focus on the gifted children, the ones with special abilities. Different levels, different horrors. Government officials and top elite have access to this place. The horrors are indescribable, what they do to children. Not only does this place have loads of children and infants that will never ever see daylight again, but the sole purpose is to provide the elite with the adrenochrome, the fountain of youth elixir. 80 to 90% of the world's adrenochrome comes from this location. That's what goes on in Area 51. That's the truth. Now, to produce this, you must torture the child or infant to do this. Don't believe me? Do a study how it is produced and made. Someone had the idea that I once knew to storm Area 51. That person was assassinated. All because this information was going to get out. This is where the head of the snake resides. It's time to cut it off. It's time. The children need us. She's given me some names of people that raped her and abused her and sexually, satanically, ritually abused her in Area 51 in Dreamland. Klaus Schwab, Dick Cheney. I just want to say for a minute, in front of all these names, she's put the word uncle because that's what they have to call them. Uncle Klaus Schwab, Uncle Dick Cheney, William Casey, Robert Gates, Admiral William Webster, John Deutsch, George Tennant, David Rockefeller Jr., George Bush. Now, she probably has 50 names like that today that I'm going to tell you about, but right now I'm talking about me. The Queen and Prince Philip are not human. No. I have been mocked, I've been laughed at, I've been attacked, I've been through every single thing you can imagine by trying to get this truth out there. I couldn't give a flying fuck what you react like. I am going to tell you the truth. Yes. They are reptilians. They shapeshift from human form into lizard form. I saw this with my own eyes many, many times. And trust me when I tell you, they are the most evil creatures that you could possibly imagine on this planet. When I was taken out for rituals in this place, these places, the Queen would come out last because she was the master of ceremonies. Just like she leads this country and Prince Philip is always second, she would come out last. She was the master of ceremonies. And she would walk out and there would be a glitching process that goes on. And she would turn around and stare me straight in the eyes if it was my turn on the concrete slab. And she would make me watch her change. Her face would change first.
You are very brave, dear. You are very brave, my dear. You are very brave, Jeannie. Jehovah will bless you for it. Jehovah will have them accountable and they will die.
This will be an open mic for anybody that wants to come and share, okay?
Thank you.
But I'm going to get this out now. Right, guys, I've just given myself a bit more courage now.
Go on, baby.
Okay, so she would turn and look at me, okay? She would turn and look at me and make me stare her in the face while she glitched and went from human form to reptilian form. Then she would turn around so I could just see the back of her, and this was the same routine every single time. She would then change in physical form and she would become very, very tall. I can't tell you how tall, I don't know, but very, very tall. Very tall and very thin. Prince Philip would already be in reptilian form. I never saw him change from human to reptilian. I just used to see him change back, but it was all about her. She would come out and everybody had done the blood drinking and she would then change. She would glitch. I want you to know that this is not easy for me, you know that. But this is also something that I wish was not true, because this is a whole other level of what the world needs to know. You need to wake up to the fact that everything you think you know to be true is a lie. Everything you think to be true is a lie. Many Satanists gather behind these walls on these big events. And like I said, Halloween's the next one. The next one after that will be Christmas Day. The next big one after that will be Easter. But trust me, there's stuff that goes on in between these dates continuously. Again, please come and join us, guys, if you're starting to feel like you want to protect children from what's going on in here. If you were in here and present with mass rituals, you would hear very, very loud chanting. Do you know why they start to chant? Because they worship Satan, which is why they're called Satanists, which is why this is called satanic ritual abuse.
The Black Planet, just like they wear black. Freemasons. Why judges wear black? Same reason. You're Satanists.
Loud chanting, blood drinking. A child will be laid out, they will be cut on the side of the throat and they will bleed out. But before that child is cut and bled out, they will be tortured. They will be tortured and brought to a point of such heightened terror that their blood is adrenalized, filled with adrenaline. It's called adrenochrome, and every single one of these scum drink it. And they are events. They're advertised on the satanic calendar. They have their own calendar. It's a satanic ritual abuse calendar. There's a big date coming up at the end of this month. It's called Halloween. Celebrate Halloween in there, but not like you do, with fireworks, masks, pumpkins. They celebrate Halloween in there with mass sacrifice of babies and children, mass rituals. That's how they celebrate Halloween. And that's coming up in a couple of weeks. So in this week's leading up to Halloween, do you know what they're doing? They've got their minions. They've got their minions out on the streets, abducting children. They've got their breeders that are bred, raped, impregnated, so their babies are born ready for October 31st, ready for mass sacrifice. Have I gone off? No. Mass rituals. That's how they celebrate Halloween. So these main events, because they are events on their calendars that go on inside these walls, were called hunting games and large mass rituals. Research it, yeah. Everything I'm telling you here today, you can go away and research. Everything. Queen Elizabeth is the head of the Freemasons. The Freemasons are a shop front for satanic ritual abuse. Even your first initiation is satanic, isn't it? Because I know there are plenty of you around here that are in the Freemasons. And you cannot deny you know what you know. To get to a 33rd degree Freemason level, you have to sacrifice a baby. I know what goes on, and the world knows what goes on, and they're going to know even more after today, because everything I'm saying is going to be heard around the world. In between these events, I would be held in an underground dungeon. The dungeons in here are big, dark, cold spaces. They are below. They are underground, but you have to go into the buildings to get to them. There are many of these Crown estates that have tunnel systems. Buckingham Palace has a tunnel system, another place where I was also taken. And the tunnel system goes through to Parliament, where we also have Freemasons and Satanists. But here, the dungeons, you have to go inside to reach them. My memory tells me there were three different dungeons that I was taken to, with different setups for different torture. Hunting games. Let me tell you how they play hunting games. Many children are brought in for this, van loads. In the 70s, they were brought in from children's homes. They were brought in from the satanic families like the one that I grew up in. We would be held captive, I never know how long, days, hours, depending on when we arrived and when the games would begin. We would all be taken out of captivity, stripped naked. The only thing we were allowed to wear was a wristband. That wristband told the elites, the Satanists, whether they could kill us or they have to leave us alive. That was it. Each Satanist, royal family members, lords, elites of this country, some of them like to chase the children that they can kill, some of them like to chase the children that they left alive. Because I was raised in a satanic family, I got the wristband that said they were never allowed to kill me. Yeah, thank God for that. We would stand around. It was an automatic thing. for the older children, and I classed myself, as the years went on, as an older child, so I would have been 6, 7, 8 years old. As an older child, we would then take the hands of the little ones. The little ones that were there, 3 years old, their first time being brought in for a hunting game. Stay on the pavement, guys. First time being brought in for a hunting game. Of course, they were terrified. They were already crying. Us older kids, we knew. We were trained by now. We never made a sound that would go off. It's the sound of a bugle. Guys, any of you that are listening that aren't with us today, please feel free to join us. You can come over and join us. If you stand with us, you stand with stopping satanic ritual abuse. And all you guys and women out there in your civil uniforms, this is exactly what you should be doing. Those people in there that you think you're protecting, they are killing the children. They have been doing it for hundreds of years.
Yes.
But this is where it stops. This is where they get exposed.
It's time.
It's time. It's time. So guys, if you want to come and join us and find the courage to stand up for the children in this world, you are more than welcome. So we'd be given our wristbands, the older kids. We'd take the hands of the little kids who would be crying and breaking. And then we would wait. We would wait for the sound of the bugle. I think that's the same sound they sound when they go off on a fox hunt, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a hunting game. They don't just hunt foxes, they hunt children. The sound of the bugle meant we could run. Us older kids, we knew that it was futile. We knew there was no point. But the terror that runs through our veins, that makes your blood run cold, would send us running as fast as we could, holding the hands of the little ones, trying to save them from the terror that we knew was about to happen. The women would watch on. Seems it was a man's sport in there. The women would watch on and clap and cheer, whilst their men then chased us. Naked children with wristbands on. The women would watch on while their men hunted, raped, and murdered the children. What I remember very clearly is the children with the wristbands, like myself, that were left alive. We were very, very few in comparison. We were probably 1 in 10. And my memory is that when the hunting games were over and the bugle sounded again, I knew that my orders, my instructions, were to work my way back, walk back to where we started from. And I would have to walk over the dead bodies. The blood was everywhere. Some children that they murdered weren't quite dead, and they were left wriggling and suffering. Okay, guys, let's carry on. Do you know what I want you to take into account? Some people are hearing this for the very first time. And no, of course it's unacceptable that people laugh about the murder, rape and torture of babies and children. Of course it's not okay. But people react in different ways. Some people will go home tonight and cry. Some people will have nightmares for weeks. Other people will kick into cognitive dissonance and they will push it away. This is why I plead with people to find the courage to know the truth. Because this is what I said right at the beginning. Imagine what it's like to actually go through this. I know it's horrific to hear if it is your first time. And I know there's a defense mechanism that happens. It's okay, I forgive you. But let me tell you, take some time when you leave here today to think about the children. Because this didn't happen to me. This happens all over the world. This has been happening for decades and decades. And it is still going on now. So many hundreds of thousands of children go missing every single year. And our civil servants will be able to vouch for this, because it's not on the mainstream, is it? It doesn't get out there. Over 100,000 children went missing in the UK alone last year. Did you hear about all them? No, it gets buried. Where do you think they go? In there. And all the other estates, crown estates, satanic cults take the children. They send people out with shopping lists, and you can see it up in the ante now. Your white vans, your black vans with your blacked out windows. You will see it. They are snatching children off the street. Why isn't it on mainstream media every single night? Why? Why is there a cover-up?